Game 2 of the doubleheader at the Corn Crib. BlueCaps face the Prairie Flamingos in the last day of regular season for Colonel Collegiate League. Both teams at the bottom of the league. Number 3, the BlueCaps, number 3, the Prairie Flamingos, 9-11-1. And the BlueCaps right behind them at 8-13, so third versus fourth place today. Not too much is going to alter those changes. They're going to remain still regardless of the outcome today. As the BlueCaps take the field first, the visiting team. Griffin Meeker steps into the right-handed batter's box. He's also playing shortstop today. First pitch he sees is high and has to move out of the way. On the bump for the Prairie Flamingos is Grant Dose, making his first appearance. Second offering is flied out into center field. The center fielder, Donelin, is underneath it. Just like that. First out of the inning.
Yeah, and Taylor, with the Steeds already set for the playoffs coming up later this week, that's why you're seeing guys that are making their first appearance. This game doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just a tune-up for tomorrow's playoff action.
You saw a lot of that in the first game as well. Some players that don't usually pitch going up on the hill, especially for the Bobcats. Max Greamy will be playing first base. He's second in the order today. First pitch, that is shown, finds the zone for strike one.
48 miles an hour.
The 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and Greamy has to get out of the way for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Like you mentioned, 48 miles per hour. Pretty slow pitch, I have to say. This pitch also looks on the slower side.
See how many times Grant Dose can get away with that. One of these times, if he tries that, they go a long way.
2-1 pitch is very, very low and very slow. 3-1 pitch, flied, fouled behind. Now count full, but about 3 pitches in a row we've seen Dose. Very slow coming out of the hand. Dose usually an outfielder for the Flamingos. 3-2 pitch is fouled behind once again, spoiling the count.
Yeah, and this is slower pitching than the BlueCaps are used to, so we'll see how long it takes them to get acquainted to the slower pitching of Dose.
Full count pitch. Flied out, and third baseman is chasing after it, but won't have a chance to gather in that one. Fouled to the left side. So 3 times in a row, Max Greamy getting contact with the ball, but just not in play. Dose gets the call, shakes it off, finds his stance. 3-2 pitch is low, bounces off the ground for ball 4. And after giving out an easy fly out, he's going to walk Max Greamy as he takes his spot at first. Colby Glenn batting third in the order and playing left field for the BlueCaps. Dose glances over at first quickly, but comes home. First pitch to Glenn. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
One of the interesting things we've seen in the KCL when position players have pitched is they don't necessarily know how to deal with runners on base.
0-1 pitch finds the corner of the zone. Inside bottom left corner. Clips it. And now Dose up early in the count. 0-2. Comes set. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. And after giving up a walk, Dose rebounds with a K.
Good pitch to get him. Pitch that was well above the zone, but slow enough that he thought he had a chance at it. Gets him to fan for out number 2.
Michael Lucas batting in the cleanup spot for the BlueCaps, also playing second base in the field. First pitch to him is low. Bounces off the ground for ball 1. The catcher and Roseman quick to gather it though, is grounded to the third baseman, and Couch throws it over in time, just in time to Boston Cats for the third out. Score remains 0-0. The Prairie Flamingos will have a hack at it. You're listening to KCL Baseball on Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Played the first half of the inning. The BlueCaps didn't do much with it. A fly out, a walk, and then a strikeout and a ground out. So pretty quickly 3 outs for Grant Dose, who's making his first start on the hill for the Prairie Flamingos. Score 0-0. And the Prairie Flamingos will have a hack at it. Both teams coming in today, 3rd and 4th in the league. No chance for them to get higher up on the standings. The standings are going to remain going into the playoffs, which starts Thursday, the consolation playoffs, and then Friday following that, the real playoffs. For the Flamingos, Alex Novotny steps in to the left-handed, right-handed batter's box, excuse me. First pitch he sees, finds the zone for strike one.
Novotny is one of the most electrifying talents in the KCL. Right-handed pitcher and shortstop, hitting .393, and has been one of the best pitchers in the whole KCL.
0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike two, and on the bump for the BlueCaps is Cade Addis, a guy who has seen 5.5 innings for the BlueCaps. First start for him on the hill. Second pitch he throws is fouled behind for strike two. Addis comes set. 0-2 pitch. Flied out into right field. The right fielder in Ward is underneath it for the first out of the inning.
Hit hard off the bat, 94 miles an hour on the exit velo. Just right at Ward. Doesn't have to do much to haul that one in.
Following Novotny will be Adrian Arzola, who will also be playing right field for the Flamingos. He steps in to the box, taps the plate once with his blue bat, gets into his stance, and so does Addis. First offering, high for ball one.
Wind's blowing out tonight. We could see something leave the yard to right center.
Second pitch is fouled behind for strike one, and both teams so far finding contact with the ball, just in foul play. Ball's in play, shown to be weak. And in the infield 1-1 pitch, it's right down the middle for strike two. Saw Grant Dose in the first half of the inning for the Flamingos throw some balls at low speed. This time around for Cade Addis, he doesn't look to be doing that. Looks to be firing those balls. And the 1-2 pitch is low and outside the zone for ball two, and count now runs even. 2-2 pitch is popped up high into shallow center field. The center fielder Ward is busy so far in the bottom half of the first. Squeezes it for the second out of the inning.
Caden Addis will be more than happy with the first two. Two dangerous hitters for the Flamingos. Gets both of them to fly out relatively easily to Drew Ward.
Batting third for the Flamingos is Roy Roseman. Also be catching the balls behind the dish tonight. First offering is in the other batter's box for ball one. Roseman, all blue gloves, all blue helmets. 1-0 pitch is low, one some more for ball two. Addis comes set, fires in. 2-0 pitch finds the right corner of the zone for strike one. As we mentioned earlier, this game doesn't have much of a... As that one's grounded into the shortstop position, and Meeker pitches it over to first for the third out of the inning. But I was saying this doesn't have a lot of effect for both teams. They're going to remain in the same spot, but it's just about gaining momentum going in to the playoffs. But that is the first inning for you. Score remains 0-0. Top half of the second coming your way. You're listening to KCL Baseball on Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Welcome back to Normal, Illinois on a beautiful Tuesday evening. Sun nearly about to set in the next 30 minutes. Wind blowing, as Alex mentioned earlier. Temperatures aren't too bad. Mid to high 70s. Caleb Hornbrook starts off the inning for the BlueCaps. First pitch blows past him behind the catcher, and Roseman for ball one. 1-0 pitch grounded right into the second baseman's glove, and Eggenberger throws it over to Katz for the quick first out of the inning.
Grant Dose picks up where he left off. Another quick out. Exactly what you want as a position player. You're not going to strike too many guys out getting weak contact.
Drew Ward is up next for the Blue Caps. First pitch, low and in the zone for strike one. Dose sets and fires and throws another one in there at low speeds.
Another ephus, this time a little bit faster at 54 miles an hour.
1-1 pitch. That one has a little bit more heat on it, but doesn't find the zone once more for ball two.
I like the approach from Dose. If you're going to slow it down, slow it way down.
2-1 pitch is outside the zone once more, and Drew Ward quickly has a hitter's friendly count. 3-1 pitch popped up. Shallow center field. Nick Donnellan was underneath it, but lets it drop. And Drew Ward will take his spot at first. I don't know if that ball got lost in the sun or he was just not able to get to it. But
he was literally one step behind it. I don't understand. It seemed like he let it drop, but there was no play to be made or anything. Maybe a miscommunication.
Yeah, we saw the shortstop and Novotny head over in that area as well. Both seeming they wanted that ball, but lets it drop, and Drew Ward takes off to second. But Carson Butler gets a clip of the baseball, so he'll head his way back.
They're going to rule it a hit for Drew Ward. Grant Dose has to be shaking his head how that ball wasn't caught.
Dose finds his footing on the rubber. Gives a glance over at Ward at first. 0-1 pitch is upstairs for ball one. Dose attempts to pick off Ward at first, but Ward is back in time, and we've already seen Ward try to get over to second. So Dose is a little bit curious over there as he tries to pick him off once again. Comes home, and Ward takes off again. Swing and a miss for Butler. And the throw over to the shortstop is not in time. Very close play, but Carson Ward steals second.
Roy Roseman, the catcher, has his hands on his hips as that throw had Ward out by a country mile, but Novotny not able to hold on to it in there safely.
1-2 pitch. Low and outside for ball two. Count now runs even for Carson Butler. Those two glances over at Ward. Now 3. 2-2 pitch. Popped up into right field. Ward is rounding the bases. Comes home. Butler's rounding third. Dives in. And he's going to have a triple as that ball gets past both the center fielder, Donnellan, and Arzola, right in between them, and rolls to the warning tracks. So a run scores for the Blue Caps. And now another run 90 feet away. Just one out in this inning so far. Trey Schilling nearing the bottom of the order here for the Blue Caps. First pitch he sees is low and outside for ball one.
Trey Schilling has just 1 RBI under his account so far this summer. Another one can be driven in, a fly ball to the outfield, ground ball to the right side. Any way to get him in.
1-0 pitch is high and outside top right corner of the zone for ball two. Dose sets and fires. The 2-0 pitch right down central for strike one. Schilling taps the plate with his bat, rounds it to his shoulders, gets into his stance. 2-1 pitch. Just outside for ball 3. And again, a hitter-friendly count for the BlueCaps as they try to keep pushing. Runner 90 feet away from scoring the second run of the inning. 3-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 4. And now runners on the corners for the BlueCaps. Grant Dose's second walk given up so far early in the evening. Tice Beckman steps in to the batter's box with his all-red bats. Taps the plate twice, rounds it to his shoulders. First pitch he sees, finds the zone for strike 1. Second pitch is fouled right behind for strike 2. And it's about to say, if you're Dose with runners on the corners and 1 out, you got to keep stacking strikes, and he's doing just that, getting up early in the count here. 0-2. Has 1 strikeout so far this evening, looking for his second. Comes set. 0-2 pitch. Does not find the zone, so he will not be getting the strikeout this time around. One-two pitch. Beckman gets a piece of the baseball and fouls it behind once more. Beckman stands tall in the batter's box. 1-2 pitch, fouled, spoils the count again. And the count remains 1-2. Those gives a quick glance over at Schilling. Schilling doesn't seem to pose a threat over at first. But you never know in KCL baseball. 1-2 pitch is low and bounces off the ground for ball 2, but Roseman got a hold of that one, so no chance for runners to get home or go to second. Count now even. Umpires today wearing red. We saw earlier in the early game wearing light blue, switching it up a little bit. 2-2 pitch, grounded to Novotny, pitches it over to second, tries to get to first, and the double play. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning and leaves a runner on third base for the BlueCaps. But not after. The BlueCaps score 1. They now lead 1-0 after 2.5 innings. Bottom half of the second coming your way. You're listening to KCL Baseball on Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Welcome back. Bottom half of the second. Give a little normal Corn Belters update. Corn Belters lead 6-0 over the Clinton Lumber Kings. A fiery division rival matchup, to say the least. I could talk hours about that matchup so far this season, but I think it would probably get me in trouble. Anthony Couch steps in to the right-handed batter's box. First pitch goes past him, low and out of the zone for ball one.
Last two times the Corn Belters have gone to Clinton, at least one coach has been ejected.
And an analytics coach, or excuse me, analytics intern.
Last time it seemed like everybody was getting tossed. Guys that don't typically seem to have much expression.
1-1 pitch is fouled on the right side of the field. Had an opportunity for the first baseman to squeeze it, but the ball outruns him.
Not a good route to that baseball. Max Greamy, if he had gone straight to it, it landed not too far off the foul line in foul territory, but he took off for that one, as did Butler, the right fielder, as if it was going to land in the stands.
Anthony Couch, all black bat, all white helmet, swings up.
Wow, Grant Dose tuned in a pretty good start to the game on the mound, allowing just one run. Drives in that run right back, has the Flamingos in front 3-1.
Top of the order here for the Flamingos. Novotny flied out in the center field in his first outing, in the first inning. Addis comes set. Novotny comes set as well. 1-0 pitch is low, but the catcher in Beckman gathers it quickly. No chance for Grant Dose to make his way over to second. Addis gives a look over to first. Comes home. 2-0 pitch finds the top left corner of the zone for strike one. Really good placement there by the pitcher. The lefty caught Novotny looking. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike two. Now count runs even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Addis steps on the rubber. Gives 2 glances over at first. Comes home. 2-2 pitch is grounded right to the third baseman's glove. Pitches it over to first. Schilling throws it over to Greamy for the third out of the inning. But not after. The BlueCaps score 3 and take back the lead. Score now 3-1 after 2. Top half of the third coming your way. You're listening to KCL Baseball on Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Top of the third, score 3-1 Prairie Flamingos. After the BlueCaps scored 1 in the top of the second, Flamingos bounced back and scored 3. BlueCaps trying to fight back. And Griffin Meeker will start that opportunity. First pitch from Dose is low for ball 1. Dose working quickly. Second pitch finds the zone for strike 1. I couldn't even look down at my paper. 1-1 pitch is low once more for ball 2, and it feels like Dose is working a little bit more quickly here in the top half of the third.
You can tell he's having fun with it. Probably hasn't been able to pitch in a long time.
2-1 pitch finds the zone, and you can see it has a huge smile on his face. You got to think maybe this is one of his friends or something's going on. Even count pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. You got to think that smile on his face just got larger.
Grant Dose has played so well in the field. You can tell the Flamingos behind him are enjoying seeing him finally pitch. He's shown us everything. Slowed it way down, thrown some fastballs with some zip behind him. So far through 2 1/3, 2 strikeouts, just 1 run. It's more than you could have asked for.
Max Greamy, a guy who walked in his first outing. First pitch is slow off the hand and low once more, bounces behind the catcher. Dose lifts his leg up, keeps it there for a moment, then throws in outside the zone for ball two. 2-0 pitch. Clips the top half corner of the zone for strike one. A little bit of cotton candy clouds here in Normal. Beautiful evening, as I mentioned. Little windy. Winds blowing 9 miles an hour. Excuse me. Gust up to 14 miles per hour. I have to say, though, this weather isn't as good as it is in Cabo, Mexico.
You're the expert.
3-1 pitch is outside the zone for ball four, and Max Greamy gets the second walk of the evening against Grant Dose.
How warm was it in Cabo?
Honestly, it was pretty warm, high 80s all the time, and Grant Dose just try to pick off Greamy at first, and he's taken off the third. That pitch was that was wild. That one got out of the. That was just. It's hard to explain that throw, the first, but that was a pretty bad throw by Grant Dose, and now a runner in scoring position, 90 feet away. Kobe Glenn stands in the batter's box, and after that eventful play, first pitch he sees is strike one, but I'd say mid-high 80s. And it wasn't as humid as it is here, which I enjoyed. I'm not a big fan of the humidity here, especially like in the summertime. It's just not the best. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed.
You missed some crazy air pollution. It didn't hit Normal quite as bad as it did other places in Illinois.
0-2 pitch grounded to the shortstop. He slides in, throws it over to first, but a run will score. Max Greamy makes his way around the diamond. And the score now 3-2. Prairie Flamingos do get the second out of the inning, though. Landing in Chicago, I do have to say, a couple days ago, you could smell the smoke outside. It kind of smelled like a campfire. It was a little bit weird, especially since I was just in the airport and I could smell it.
Saw people bring back COVID masks this week. Something never want to see.
No, those literally haunt me. Those were nightmare days, I have to say. The fact that it's been 6 years, though, since COVID happened is just... 2-0 pitch is flied out into left field. Braden Elliott is underneath it for the third out of the inning. BlueCaps do score one, though. Try to chip away at this deficit. Score now 3-2. Prairie Flamingos, bottom half of the third. Coming right after this, you're listening to KCL Baseball on Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Bottom of the third. Flamingos get a chance at increasing their lead. Lead now just 1 run. Adrian Arzola, the right fielder this evening, steps in. A guy who flied out to center field in his first outing. First pitch clips the left corner of the zone, but it's called a strike. Arzola gets into his stance, so does Addis. 0-1 pitch is flied out on the left side of the field. Third baseman Schilling trying to chase after that one and get underneath it, but no chance.
Arzola, one of just 2 Flamingos hitters not to bat in the long second inning.
0-2 count to Arzola. The pitch grounded softly to the second baseman. Lucas throws it over to first. The speedy Arzola was not there in time, but close.
Good play from Michael Lucas. Made an error in the last frame. Able to atone for it with a good play there.
1 up, 1 down for the BlueCaps. Roy Roseman steps in to the batter's box, stabs the plate, gets into his stance. First pitch to him. Grounded softly once more to the second baseman. Lucas tosses it over this time. Much easier play for the second baseman, and just like that, 2 up, 2 down.
We've seen Michael Lucas play middle infield alongside his brother Austin a few times this summer. 2 guys that are definitely prone to the occasional error, 5 and 7, or I believe 6 and 7 now, respectively.
Anthony Couch. First pitch he sees is ball 1. His first out in the long second inning is a guy victim of the strikeout. 1-0 pitch is tossed up and flied out into right field, and this one's out of here. Out of the ballpark. Thought that was going to land in foul play, but I was wrong. And Anthony Couch is going to round the bases and head home. .335 feet, just nearly in play, but finds the outside of the gates of the corn crib, and now 4-2 lead for the Flamingos.
Couch's second home run of the summer.
McDonald trying to match, keep up the pace. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Addis kicks and fires. Second pitch finds the zone for strike 1.
BlueCaps have a right-hander up and moving in the bullpen.
1-1 pitch. It's grounded to Meeker, the shortstop. Throws it over to first for the third out of the inning. Not after the solo home run by Anthony Couch, increasing the lead 4-2 Prairie Flamingos. After 3, KCL baseball coming your way at the top of the 4th. You're listening to Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Welcome back here at the Corn Crib. Top half of the fourth. The new pitcher on the bump for the Prairie Flamingos and Blaine Freemansky. The righty kicks and fires. First pitch. It's upstairs and another slow moving ball at 58 miles per hour. 1-0 pitch. Has a little bit more heat on it. Grounds it very hardly to the third baseman. Schilling throws it over to first for the first out of the inning.
Flamingos under Tanner Schreiber clearly want to have their pitching staff fully rested for tomorrow's playoff game. Throwing guys that typically don't pitch. Blaine Freemansky making his first appearance of the summer as well on the mound.
Drew Ward steps in. Another pitch we see kind of has that rainbow effect. Slow, comes in high at the zone for ball one, and then right after he throws that slow pitch, he puts some cheddar on it for strike one. 1-1 pitch is tossed up slowly and flied out, pops up in the center field, is going to drop. Drew Ward is rounding first, steps in and takes his spot at second.
Yeah, Freemansky lobbed that in there. He put his hand on his head as soon as Ward made contact. He knew that made a mistake. 52 miles an hour, just lobbing it in there. Ward makes him pay.
Carson Butler, the designated hitter this evening, or the right fielder, excuse me, last time he was up to bat, tripled. Runner in scoring position. For the BlueCaps, first pitch he sees, swings on it, and misses for strike one.
Yet to see an off-speed from Freemansky. When he throws a fastball, it gets in there quickly, 80 miles an hour. The reverse is just a lobbed pitch.
0-1 pitch is high and outside and gets past the catcher. And Roseman and Drew Ward is easily going to take third, and now runner 90 feet away.
And there was the off-speed, maybe why we hadn't seen it yet. Curveball runs behind Butler.
Even count 1-1. Freemansky sets and fires. Rebounds after the wild pitch and finds the zone right down the middle for strike two. 1-2 pitch. Low and outside for ball two. If you're Freemansky here, you got to be careful. You don't want to pitch going behind your catcher with the runners 90 feet away from tapping home plate. 3-2 pitches upstairs for ball three, and count now runs full. Freemansky working quickly. Sets and fires low and inside. This one is for ball four, and now runners on the corners for the second inning in a row for the BlueCaps.
Corn Belters, for those wondering about the normal hometown team, up 9-2 over the Clinton Lumber Kings in the bottom of the sixth over at Nelson Corp Field.
Trey Schilling rounds the ball over to Novotny, pitches it over to second. And then the second baseman, and Eggenberger throws it over to first. Another double play, second double play of the evening, another 6-4-3 for the Flamingos. And the inning is over. No damage for the Flamingos. Score remains 4-2, bottom half of the fourth. Coming right after this.
Back in normal for the bottom of the fourth inning. A new arm on the mound for the Blue Caps. Vincent Bitter replaces Caden Addis after Addis worked 3 innings, 4 hits, but 4 runs, including a long home run from Anthony Couch back in the third inning. He'll meet 6, 7, 8 due up for the Flamingos lineup. Both of these sides locked into their places in the KCL standing. Flamingos finishing third, Blue Caps in fourth. Bitter comes set his first pitch. Big swing and a miss from Braden Elliott. Left fielder walked and came around to score back in the second inning. Bitter working from the windup. Right foot placed just on the first base side of the rubber. 0-1 pitch. Misses high and tight with his fastball. Wind blowing softly out to center field. American flag waving left to right out in right center field.
Seems that the wind has died down just a tad here as we get deeper into this one.
1-1. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Differing approaches for these two sides. Addis and Bitter, guys, we expect to see a pitch again in the playoffs for the Blue Caps. 2-1. Ground ball right back up the middle. Shortstop Meekers keeps it in the infield but won't have a play to first. It'll be an infield single for Braden Elliott.
Tough play to make there if you're the shortstop and Meeker. I mean, you have a great diving effort, get a handle of it, but very hard hit ball right down the middle, in between second and shortstop, right in the middle, so it's hard to communicate who's going to go after it. And good hitting, good piece of work here by Elliott.
4-2 the Flamingos lead, looking to add on here in the bottom of the fourth. Bitter from the stretch, first pitch to Boston Cats. Fires it into the bottom of the zone for a strike. Runner on first, no one away. Bitter working from the first base side of the rubber. Peek over at first, now comes home. Big swing and a miss. Boston Cats so far this summer. We already talked about his work on the mound for the Flamingos. At the plate, hitting .258. 0-2. Ground ball weakly to the left side. Catcher Roseman bare hands it, fires over to first in time. A great play from the catcher to take away a soft swinging bunt single from Boston Cats.
Yeah, great effort there by Roseman to take off his helmet, and then he threw that one with a lot of heat, but very accurate ball.
Elliott advances to second on the swinging bunt. He'll bring up the right-hander Parker Eggenberger. Bitter stares in for his signs from Roseman. Now field umpire Mike Wise walks onto the mound to talk to Bitter. Looks as though they're inspecting the back of the mound. Now issue resolved. Eggenberger digs back in. RBI single back in the second inning. Lucas holds on. Elliott, pitch home. Misses outside with the fastball. Ball 1. Blue Caps defense playing straight up. Second baseman Michael Lucas keeping Braden Elliott honest at second base. Bitter to the plate. Fastball fired into the inside half for a strike. 88 miles an hour from Bitter. A lot different than what we've seen on the other side. Flamingos pitching a pair of position players that have offered up efforts in the 40 miles an hour range. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball through on the left side. Elliott gets the wave from third. Throw comes to the plate. He's got a chance. Kicks off Roseman. He hurdles the runner Elliott to get to the baseball. But the Flamingos add on. They lead 5-2.
Second hard hit ball so far for the Flamingos. Getting past in between the gaps of both sides of the diamond. And just one out still for the Blue Caps.
Eggenberger able to advance to second on the throw home. Now pinch hitting is the right-handed Cole Yates. Runner on second with one away. Bitter, nothing. Ground ball to the left side. This one's going to be tough. Kicked off the glove of the third baseman, Schilling. Eggenberger will get the stop sign, but Cole Yates heads for second. Throw to second base will get him. Cole Yates trying to be a little bit greedy. Single to the outfield. Trying to grab extra bases is thrown out, trying to take second.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a good decision by Yates. Being a little bit too aggressive. You already have the lead 5-2 and a runner at third base. And I think he might have been thinking that the runner in Eggenberger might have been taking off the home, keeping the attention to him, but that was not the case.
Lineup turns over for a third time. Alec Novotny waits the first offer. Takes a fastball below the zone. Flamingos lead over the BlueCaps 5-2 in the final day of KCL regular season baseball. Vincent Bitter a peek to third, now the 1-0 home. Novotny started to go around, able to check his swing. A check down to the field umpire rules. He did go around. Count goes to 1-1. Flamingos, unfortunate for them, don't have first and third after Cole Yates was thrown out trying to nab second base. 1-1 home. Breaking ball drops into the zone for a strike. Slows it way down, 75 miles an hour on the curveball. Is ahead of Novotny, 1-2. Novotny 0 for 2 tonight, a fly out and a ground out and 2 trips to the plate. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball bounces well in front of the plate and skips away from Roseman. In comes Eggenberger in to score from third. And the Flamingos lead 6-2.
Yeah, if you're Bitter here, not the start, not the ideal start you want after giving up a single and then a double. And now a wild pitch that runs the scorer in from third. As you said, increasing the lead to 6-2.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Meeker sliding backhand. Fires it over to first. Not in time. Alec Novotny hustles out an infield single. A tough play for Griffin Meeker. He does well with it, but Alec Novotny able to hustle it out.
Meeker, a guy who's seen a lot of action so far for the BlueCaps. The infield in total has seen a lot of action. Very hard hit balls continue for the Flamingos, and the success is piling on now.
Adrian Arzola digs into the left-hand batter's box with a runner on first and 2 away. Pickoff attempt to first base. Alec Novotny slides in safely. First time we've seen Vincent Bitter's pickoff move. Alec Novotny not fooled. Second baseman Michael Lucas deep in the hole against the left-hander. Another pickoff attempt. Back in safely yet again. That time a quicker move from Bitter. Third baseman Schilling playing right next to the bag. Shortstop Meeker shifted over. A third pickoff attempt in a row. Novotny in safely for a third time running. 2 away, runner on first. Flamingos lead 6-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Bitter finally comes home. Fastball runs high.
Not a huge leadoff for Novotny over at first, but still drawing a lot of concern from Bitter. See if he increases that leadoff.
Long pause, now the 1-0. Fastball misses above the zone. Arzola 0 for 2 tonight. Flied out to center field in the first and grounded out to second baseman Michael Lucas to start the third inning. Gets a third trip to the plate here in the fourth. Another pickoff attempt. Alec Novotny in safely yet again. Clearly worried about his speed over at first base. Novotny with just 1 stolen base on the summer. A 5th pickoff attempt comes over. Back in head first. 2-0 the count to Arzola. A peek over his front shoulder at Novotny. Now Bitter comes home. Fastball misses upstairs. 3 consecutive Fastball is above the zone, has the count 3-0. In this at-bat to Arzola, Bitter has fired 5 pickoffs over to first base and just 3 pitches to the plate. Here's the 3-0 home. Fastball runs way upstairs, a 4-pitch walk for Adrian Arzola. Felt like a lot longer than that due to 5 pickoff attempts to try and catch Alec Novotny sleeping.
And I have to say those pickoff attempts are a little bit more accurate than the pitches versus Arzola. And I think the concern of Novotny over at first may have gotten into his head a little bit.
Digging into the left-hand batter's box, Roy Roseman, the catcher tonight for the Mingos. He'll bat with runners on first and second and 2 away. Bitter's first offer. Fastball runs inside. Second baseman Lucas stays shifted deep into the hole. First baseman Greamy playing further in but closer to the bag on the left-hander. Shortstop Meeker shifted over by the second base bag. Peak got Novotny at second. 1-0 home. Big swing and a miss from Roy Roseman. A changeup that was located perfectly in the bottom half of the zone. Sun continuing to set, 8:48 p.m. local time. Lights in full effect here at the Corn Crib. Flamingos looking to build momentum as we head to the KCL playoffs tomorrow. 1-1. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Roy Roseman also 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of groundouts. Both Novotny and Arzola batted in this 4th inning against Bitter 0-2, and neither of them left that way. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Roseman. Count even to 2-2. He steps way out of the box. A little loop before he digs back in. Adjusts his bright blue batting gloves matching a royal blue helmet. Royal blue New Balance cleats. 2 away, runners on first and second. Bitter checks the runners. The 2-2 home. Breaking ball. Roseman went all the way around, says home plate umpire Donald Tucker. Beckman tags him out for out number 3. Flamingos get 2 more. They lead 6-2 after 4 innings here at the Corn Crib. We head to the top of the 5th. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Back in normal for the top of the 5th inning. Flamingos lead the BlueCaps 6-2. A new pitcher on the hill for the Mingos. Braden Barber replaces Blaine Friedmansky after an inning of work with just 1 hit and no runs allowed. Barber's first offer, an ephus that misses above the zone to the 9-hitter Tice Beckman. Beckman 0 for 1, a 6-4-3 double play back in the second. 1-0 pitch misses upstairs. That one fired in 83 miles an hour. Barber working quickly the 2-0. Fastball clips the bottom half of the zone for a strike. Barber, the third consecutive position player the Flamingos have pitched, already back into his wind. Fastball flied into the seats on the right-hand side. Barber called up to the Corn Belters to catch bullpens as they head to the stretch run. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, ground ball, foul on the right side. Beckman started to go around on the inside fastball. Barber has showed a fastball that runs about 84 miles an hour and an ephus that's slowed way down. 2-2 pitch. Fastball blown right by Tice Beckman for strike 3. One away, no one on base for the BlueCaps as they look to make up a 6-2 deficit. Barber's first pitch to Griffin Meeker. An ephus that drops into the zone for a strike. Slowed it way down. It didn't even register on the TrackMan. 0-1 pitch. Fastball foul tipped into the glove of Roseman. Quickly ahead of Meeker 0-2. Meeker 0 for 2 tonight. Fly out and a strikeout. Barber's 0-2. Spikes a fastball in the dirt. Up to 88 miles an hour. Barber hitting .415 on the summer at the plate. Yet to make an appearance pitching. Excuse me, he has. He's thrown 3 2/3 so far this summer. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the evening for Braden Barber. Max Greamy strides to the plate, the right-handed hitter. No, he'll be pinch hit for. Josh Eisfelder, a fellow right-hander, will dig in. Looping pitch. Swung on and missed. Swung at it well above the strike zone, trying to fool him. Succeeds. Barber steps back on the rubber. 0-1 pitch. Another looping ball is hit to second baseman Eggenberger. Turns it to first in time. 1-2-3, go the BlueCaps. Flamingos lead 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Back in normal for the bottom of the 5th inning. Game 2 of a KCL doubleheader on the final day of KCL regular season baseball. Number 35, Jackson Warner, the left-hander, replaces Vincent Bitter on the mound for the BlueCaps after Bitter went 1 inning, 4 hits, and 2 runs allowed. BlueCaps trail the Flamingos 6-2, who can put this game out of reach. 4-5-6 due up for the Mingos. Anthony Couch, the home run hitter tonight, hit a solo shot back in the 3rd inning. Digs in for a 3rd plate appearance of the night.
And for Jackson Warner, he's pitched 5.1 innings exactly. High walk total with 14 compared to just 7 strikeouts, so double the walks compared to strikeouts.
Warner comes set at the belt. His first pitch of the evening. Runs in, nearly clips Couch, ducks out of the way. A flurry of changes in the field for the BlueCaps. Lane comes in to play center field for Ward. Michael Lucas replaced by his brother Austin. 1-0 pitch. Misses upstairs. Eisfelder stays in the game playing first base. Butler moves to play shortstop. Luke Martin, the 3rd baseman. Tice Beckman stays behind the plate. 2-0. Runs inside yet again. Count goes to 3-0.
Should mention a couple times, both these teams have different ways of going into tonight. You see the Prairie Flamingos, different pitching styles. It seems that the Bluecaps want to play a baseball game as that one gets behind the catcher.
Not even remotely competitive. It'll be a 4-pitch walk for Anthony Couch. Quick adjustment to those changes. Drew Ward does stay in center field. Carter Lang will play right field. Carson Butler replaces Griffin Meeker at shortstop. Runner on first, no one away. Flamingos lead 6-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Nick Donelon, the right-hander, stands in. First pitch to him, runs in and clips his back leg. Jackson Warner clearly trying to establish the inside part of the plate, not having too much success. A 4-pitch walk to Anthony Couch, and now Nick Donelon is hit on the first pitch he sees. Tice Beckman will walk to the mound and talk to Warner, try and calm him down. Taylor, when the BlueCaps have lost this season, they've done so in almost epic fashion. A negative 63 run differential for the BlueCaps. Each of the other teams are at least plus 18 on the season.
That's a stat that you don't want if you're the BlueCaps. And it looks like, 6-2 deficit tonight. The Flamingos keep adding on. It's going to be another one of those nights.
Warner's first pitch to Braden Elliott sails over the catcher Beckman's head all the way to the backstop. The runners Couch and Donelon advance to 2nd and 3rd respectively. A completely uncompetitive pitch, and that will draw the BlueCaps manager Dave Lingle out to the mound.
That's 2 pitches that just got out of the hands of Warner. No chance for the catcher and Beckman to even get his fingers on that one. And not a start that any pitcher ever wants, especially when trying to chip away at this deficit and getting back to hitting for the BlueCaps. It's not going to happen if Warner keeps playing like this.
Few guys up and moving around in the BlueCaps bullpen. We've seen BlueCaps manager Dave Lingle occasionally head to the mound for a mound visit just to hear the music he requested for his mound visits. This doesn't appear to be that. 6 pitches for Jackson Warner, a 4-pitch walk to Anthony Couch, a hit by pitch on the first offer to Nick Donelon, and Braden Elliott watched the first pitch sail way over his head. A long mound visit for Dave Lingle is going to be broken up by Donald Tucker, the home plate umpire. Flamingos ahead of the BlueCaps, 6-2.
Just mentioned a couple people in the bullpen for the BlueCaps, but no one seemingly to be warming up their hands at all or their arms. Now it looks like Warner will still be on the hill.
Now Dave Lingle dances off the field. He clearly enjoys the music, even if that wasn't the motive of his visit. Second and third with no one away. 6-2, the Flamingos lead over the BlueCaps on the final day of KCL regular season baseball. 1-0 the count to Braden Elliott, the right-handed left fielder. Warner comes set, first pitch after the mound visit. Breaking ball misses off the plate. Yet to throw a strike is Jackson Warner. Comes set at the belt, 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball again, misses in the other batter's box. Sun has completely set, a dark night sky. Lights providing the light here at the Corn Crib. 3-0 pitch. Breaking ball misses off the plate. Another 4-pitch walk. 9 pitches tonight for Jackson Warner. 2 4-pitch walks and a hit by pitch brings Boston Cats to the plate with the bases loaded and no one away. Cats will dig into the right-hand side. You have to figure he'll be taking all the way until he gets a strike.
100%. A guy who's struck out looking, so he's not.
Warner's first pitch to Cats runs in and hits him high in the shoulder, 84 miles an hour. Cats appears to be okay. Not a location you want to get hit.
Not at all. That was very scary. As I thought that clipped him in the head, but just missed him, thankfully. But still, right in the shoulder, upper body area. You said 84 miles per hour, clipping him. That one had to hurt.
Anthony Couch comes in to score. Donlin over to third. Elliott to second. Boston Cats takes first on the hit by pitch. Parker Eggenberger into the right-hand side. Warner comes home. This one runs in, nearly hits Eggenberger, skips all the way to the backstop, and in comes Nick Donlin from third. Braden Elliott advances to third base, and Boston Cats to second. 11 pitches without a strike, 2 runs in, a pair of 4-pitch walks, and a hit by pitch, and now a wild pitch to start Parker Eggenberger's at bat.
Gotta think now about the run rule for the KCL.
1-0. Flied foul on the right-hand side. The first pitch in the strike zone Jackson Warner's offered. Eggenberger 2 for 2. A pair of singles came around to score both times in the second and fourth innings. 1-1 pitch. Weak fly ball gets into the seats on the right side. Eisfelder started to give chase. Runs out of room.
Surprised he swung at that one. That one seemed to be high and inside. Wouldn't have landed in the strike zone if you let it go.
2 runs already in. 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. Jackson Warner appears to have found his command. 3 consecutive strikes after 11 balls to start the outing. Second and third, still no one away. 8-2 the lead after 2 more have already come in here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses below the zone. Look in on the normal Corn Belters playing in Clinton tonight. Up 9-3. 2-2 pitch. Line drive up the middle. Caught by Warner. He throws it to second base into the outfield. In comes Braden Elliott to score from third. Now the throw goes to third. The tag applied. Got him. A chaotic sequence of events. A line drive right at Jackson Warner. He catches it, throws to second to try to get Boston Cats. It sails in the outfield. Ward's throw home doesn't get Elliott, but the catcher Beckman throws to third in time to get Cats. Crazy.
That was a very eventful play. I think that was one of the craziest plays, if not the craziest play that I've seen so far in the last game of the KCL season. Got to go out in a bang, but what a great catch by Warner. That was almost like a reflex. Like he was trying to dodge the ball, and I think he just caught it.
Blaine Friedmansky stays in the game. 0-1 pitch nearly hits him in the head. Control has certainly been an issue for Jackson Warner. 3 runs in the inning. Bases empty, 2 away. 1-1 pitch to Friedmansky. Thought about it, takes a breaking ball below the zone. Friedmansky, the third Flamingo to hit in the 9 spot. Grant Dose, the starter tonight. Cole Yates, pinch hit for him, and now Friedmansky. 2-1 pitch, misses outside. Top of the 8th inning over in Clinton. The Corn Belters could pick up a vital win. Lumber Kings so good at home, 15-3 on the season. Would mean a lot for the Northwest Division. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball hit Tice Beckman in the face and deflected all the way into the on-deck circle. Count is full to Blaine Friedmansky. 2 away, bases empty here in the bottom of the 5th. Blue Caps looking to escape an inning where 3 runs have already come in to score. The payoff. Misses inside with the fastball. A 3rd walk of the inning.
And that's hard there for Warner after making that incredible play and then ending the play in a double play and then giving up a walk. You're just wanting to get out of this inning. You're already given up 3 runs and now a runner on base once more for the Flamingos.
Lineup turns over for the 4th time in 5 innings. Alec Novotny singled in his last time up but was stranded at second base. Hits from the right-hand side. First pitch to him from Warner. Clips the bottom half of the zone for a strike. Long look in from Warner to get his signs from Beckman. Looks over to first base at Friedmansky. Comes home. Big swing and a miss from Novotny at a fastball at the letters.
This is huge for Warner here, up really early in the count, 0-2, and we haven't seen that at all so far this inning. This is exactly where he wants to be.
0-2 home. Fly foul straight back. It'll get out of the ballpark. We'll see another one. Blaine Friedmansky leads off first, walked the 3rd walk of the inning. Both outs in this bottom of the 5th have come on one crazy double play that was a line drive up the middle that Jackson Warner was able to catch out of the air. 0-2. Runs inside. Alec Novotny dances out of the way. If that ball gets back up the middle like it easily could have, Flamingos are probably staring a 10-run rule victory right in the face. For now, the lead is 7. Winning run stands on deck. 1-2 home. Runs in. This one clips Novotny, a 3rd hit by pitch of the inning.
You got to think for Warner here, it's been pretty up and down. He's found his rhythm for a couple pitches, and then he goes back to balls low, balls high, balls out of the hands of the catcher and Beckman, and balls hitting players. You mentioned 3rd hit by pitch so far this inning. The runner now in scoring position once more for the Flamingos. And an aggressive, successful hitter in Adrian Arzola up next to bat.
BlueCaps bullpen now empty. Runners at first and second with 2 away. Jackson Warner stays in the game after 3 hit by pitches and 3 walks. First pitch to Arzola. Big swing and a miss. Seemed to have found the control. Was up 0-2 on Novotny. Then loses one and puts him on base via the hit by pitch. 0-1 to Arzola. Misses below the zone. Count goes even at 1-1. 3 runs already in. Winning run at the plate for the Flamingos. Warner set at the belt. Comes home. Fouled away on the left side. Two strikes on the left-hander Arzola. Arzola 0 for 2 tonight, walked back in the 4th inning. Feels like it's now or never for Jackson Warner. Had 2 strikes on Novotny as well and lost him. Warner a peek to second base at Friedmansky to the plate. Misses outside with the fastball. And when he's missed, Taylor, he's missed not even remotely competitively.
And that's what is killing him so far. I mean, if he misses and it's not just barely, you got guys wanting to swing at those, but they're not going to swing if it's nowhere near.
2-2 pitch is an embodiment of that. A breaking ball buried well in the zone. Count is full to Arzola. 2 away, runners on first and second. Flamingos lead 9-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Warner set at the belt, a peek at second base, the payoff pitch. Taken outside, another walk issued by Jackson Warner.
And that's Arzola's second walk in a row, and bases loaded now. Trying to do damages to Prairie Flamingos with 2 outs, and BlueCaps in danger of being run ruled.
Loads the bases for the right-handed catcher Roy Roseman. Warner comes set, the 0-0. Bounced in front of the plate. A good stop from Tice Beckman to keep Friedmansky over at third base. Bases are loaded with 2 away. 3 runs already in. 3 runners on the base paths. Winning run via the 10-run rule stands at first base. 1-0 pitch. Line drive into center field. Lang has a beat on it. He'll make the play for out number 3. An inning littered with walks and hit by pitches finally comes to an end. 3 runs come in. Flamingos extend their advantage 9-2. We head to the 6th inning. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Back in normal for the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher for the Prairie Flamingos, Avery Bowles replaces Braden Barber after a 1-2-3 fifth. First pitch to Colby Glenn, misses on the outside half. BlueCaps staring a 7-run deficit in the face, trail 9-2. 1-0 from Bowles. Big swing and a miss from Glenn. Prairie Flamingos pitching by committee tonight, looking to save their most trusted arms for KCL playoffs that begin tomorrow. 1-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. A fastball right at the letters of Glenn. KCL playoffs double elimination, so a loss tomorrow for either of these sides doesn't mean the end of the road. 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight into the glove of Roy Roseman. Foul tip strikeout to start the 6th inning.
And a great start here with the Prairie Flamingos 9-2 lead. You just want this game to go as quick and fast as possible and keep this momentum going into the playoffs.
Austin Lucas digs into the left-hand side, making his first appearance of the ball game at the plate after replacing his brother in the field before the last inning. First offer clips the inside half of the zone for a strike. 0-1 pitch. Misses high and tight with the fastball. No one on base, one away. Bowles turns into his wind. Fastball misses below the zone. Avery Bowles on the season, 13 and a third innings of work, a 2.62 ERA. 2-1 pitch, hit high into the air. Shallow right field, it'll stay in the infield. Eggenberger, the second baseman, makes the play for out number 2.
2 quick outs, 2 up, 2 down here for Bowles, who's you mentioned his stats. Good closing pitcher for the Prairie Flamingos, and a guy that can do it and get this victory.
It'll be the designated hitter, Caleb Hornbrook. First offer takes a breaking ball on the outside half. Hornbrook tonight 0 for 2, a pair of ground outs, one to second base, one to third. 1-0 pitch. Flied sky high in the air. A couple Flamingos giving chase. They'll run out of room on the right side. Boston Cats, the first baseman, made it all the way into the Flamingos bullpen before realizing he would have no play on the ball. This game, Taylor, hasn't had the same feel as some of these other KCL games. This one feeling increasingly like an exhibition with the Flamingos throwing a few position players.
100%, but it's also been pretty entertaining to watch. We have seen a lot of unique plays, guys coming in that don't usually pitch, and it's noticeable.
True, very true. 1-1 is flied into the seats. Bulls set again. The 1-2 pitch. Misses upstairs with the heater. Hornbrook ducking out of the way. Baseball's supposed to be fun. Let these guys who haven't pitched in a while get some reps. 2-2 home. Runs in and breaking ball clips the helmet of Caleb Hornbrook. We've had our fair share of hit by pitches tonight, most of them from Jackson Warner. Avery Bowles adds his name to the list, hits Caleb Hornbrook, and the BlueCaps have a base runner aboard.
And I think Bowles just wanted to fit in with Jackson Warner on the other side there and come into the group of pitchers hitting batters.
First pitch to Drew Ward. That one's high and tight. Runner on first, Caleb Hornbrook put on by the hit by pitch. First base runner in a couple innings for the BlueCaps as they trailed 9-2. 1-0 is fouled straight back, a fastball at the letters. 2 away, runner on first. Top of the 6th inning as the BlueCaps look to build momentum even if they can't come all the way back for playoff action tomorrow. 1-1. Flied foul into the seats on the first base side. A couple of fans making nice moves to evade it as it landed down on the concourse. Bowles stares in for the signs. Roseman gives it to him. Here's the 1-2. Runs all the way to the backstop. Bare hand pick. Throw to second base. He's going to kick off the second baseman glove from Eckenberger. No advance from Caleb Hornbrook further than second base. A wild pitch.
Another pitch. We've seen that commonly tonight on both sides. More commonly on the BlueCap side, but we saw Bowles there giving up a hit by pitch and then a wild pitch way out of the reach of the catcher.
2-2. Towering pop-up. Novotny, the shortstop, goes into left field. Left fielder calls him off, Elliott, to make the play for out number 3. So a 2-out hit by pitch from Caleb Hornbrook is worked around by Avery Bowles. Blue Blue Caps go down scoreless. Flamingos bats due up for the bottom of the sixth. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Back in normal for the bottom of the sixth inning. Brody Stonecipher replaces Jackson Warner on the hill. After an outing, Warner will be quick to forget. All 9 hitters for the Flamingos reach the plate. They lead 9-2. 3 runs would push this game to a 10-run rule victory. It'll be Anthony Couch, the 4-hitter, to start off the 6th inning as well. First pitch of Stonecipher's night. Misses below the zone. Couch started off the 5th inning with a walk, came around to score. Homered back in the 3rd frame. Stonecipher set at the belt. The 1-0 pitch. Misses upstairs. Blue Caps have been a team that have shot themselves in the foot this year. Today, no different. Plenty of walks and hit by pitches leading to runs. 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Anthony Couch looking to have his 2nd home run of the game with that swing. Blue Caps a negative 63 run differential. Prairie Flamingos sit in 3rd place, plus 18. Long pause, now the 2-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Flamingos will take on the Sloths tomorrow in round 1 of the KCL playoffs. The Blue Caps, a date with the number 1 seeded Bobcats. Stonecipher comes set. Now delivers. Misses upstairs. The 6th inning starts just how the 5th inning did. A walk to Anthony Couch.
As you mentioned, shooting themselves in the foot. The Flamingos have 9 runs, but 1 earned. A lot of these guys getting on base without having to do much, either just watching the ball blow past them or watching them get hit by the baseball.
Nick Donnellan in on the right-hand side. No one away, runner on first. Stonecipher comes home. Fastball in the zone for strike 1. It's already the same amount of pitches Donnellan saw in the 5th inning. He was hit by the first offer from Jackson Warner. Reached on a single back in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch. Fly to foul into the seats behind home plate. Donnellan added a ground out in the 3rd inning. Stonecipher looks over to first base. Couch adds on to his lead. 0-2 pitch. Line drive back up the middle. It gets into the right center gap. Heading to third is Couch. To second base. The relay comes in. The tag. Not in time. A double for Nick Donnellan. No, they'll say he got him. Original motion by the field umpire was safe. He changes it to out upon video review in his own head, perhaps. It'll be a single and thrown out trying to go to second for Nick Donnellan.
Very, very close play, I have to say. And I think he did change his mind last second.
First pitch to Braden Elliott. Holds back on a fastball above the zone. Nick Donnellan did not slide over second base. He remained engaged with the bag, so it was simply a change of mind. One away, runner on third. 1-0 pitch. Misses head high. Winning run in this one via the 10-run rule is Boston Cats on the on-deck circle. 9-2 the current Mingos lead. Stonecipher set at the belt. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Wind blowing out tonight, headed to right field. Just one home run, an Anthony Couch solo shot back in the third inning. Here's the 2-1. Misses outside with the fastball. Anthony Couch, the home run hitter, stands over at third base with one away. BlueCaps defense playing straight up on the right-hander Elliott. Stonecipher comes home. Big swing and a miss. Count goes full. For those of you wondering about the Corn Belters, 10-3 the Belters lead over the Lumber Kings, now into the bottom of the ninth. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Got him to chase a high fastball for out number 2.
Major out there for the righty and the Blue Caps. Still 9-2 deficit, but the second out of the inning.
Quickly 2 outs here at the Corn Crib and at Nelson Court Field. Josh Jones, the closer, in to shut the door on the Lumber Kings. Needs to not give up 7 runs in the final out. First pitch to Boston Cats. Fly to foul into the seats. Brody Stonecipher started the inning the same as Jackson Warner, his predecessor, with a walk, but has settled in much better. 2 quick outs in succession. 0-1 pitch to Cats. Breaking ball drops into the zone for a called strike. Ahead 0-2. Stonecipher gets his signs from Beckman. On the first base side of the rubber, comes set at the belt. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball pulls the string on it, able to hold back his Boston Cats. Your final in Clinton, 10-3 Corn Belters win. The Belters continue to climb up the Northwest Division standings.
And with that win, they remain in the playoff hopes, keep their playoff hopes alive. I think if they would have lost, their playoff hopes would have dwindled, I believe. So, keeping their hopes alive. I believe the Lumber Kings still have a pretty fair deficit in first place in the Northwest Division.
2-2 misses outside. Count is full. Runner at third with 2 away. Burlington Bees, currently in second place in the Northwest Division, have won 9 in a row. They hold the tiebreaker over the Belters. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Butler backhands it at shortstop. Throw over to first base. Not in time. A 10th run of the game comes across to score for the Flamingos. And the 6th inning 2-out rally continues.
Flamingos just 2 runs away, scoring run on in the batter's box for the Flamingos.
Parker Eggenberger, the right-hander, digs into the box. Runner on first, 2 away. Stonecipher comes home. Fastball blown right by Eggenberger. Was victim of the double play back in the fifth. A line drive right back up the middle that Jackson Warner was able to nab out of the air. 2 for 2 entering that at-bat. A pair of singles. 0-1 home. Flied foul into the seats. Again, Stonecipher finds himself ahead 0-2. Boston Cats over at first base taking a minuscule lead. No more than a step or two off first base. Stonecipher peeks over. Comes set. 0-2 pitch. Misses away with the fastball. Boston Cats on the season yet to have a stolen base. Doesn't appear that he'll notch his first in this at-bat at least. 2 away, runner on first. Eigenberger, the 1-2. Takes a breaking ball below the zone. Brody Stonecipher looking to get the BlueCaps bats back to the plate for a final time, a final 3 outs, unless they can muster an 8-run effort. Stonecipher set, the 2-2. Misses below the zone. Flamingos refuse to go down easily. Counts full to Eggenberger.
Eggenberger, great eye here. Not chopping at anything, not catching the bait for the righty and staying alive.
Full count. Stonecipher kicks and deals. Misses above the zone. Another walk for the Prairie Flamingos. The winning run strides to the plate. Another player hitting in this 9 spot. This time, Braden Barber. Flamingos started the game with Grant Dose as both the pitcher and designated hitter. Good news for them, they've hit plenty of position players, able to fill that hole nicely. Braden Barber went 1-2-3. The first pitch he sees. Big swing and a miss. A foul tip into the glove of Beckman. First and second with 2 away. Winning run stands at first base in Parker Eggenberger. 0-1 pitch. Flied foul into the seats on the right side. A third consecutive batter that Brody Stonecipher has been ahead 0-2. Unable to retire either of them.
And that's the big story this inning, is unable to retire these batters. Getting off to good starts, but the Flamingos just don't want to leave.
0-2 ground ball to the right side. Lucas deals with it easily. Flips over to Butler at second base for out number 3. 9:35 local time as we head to the 7th inning. 3 more outs for the BlueCaps to try and make up a 10-2 deficit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you for a 7th inning of action. Back for a 7th inning of work. 3 more outs for the Blue Caps. First, Carson Butler. First pitch swinging, ground ball to third base. Couch deals with it over to first in time. There's one for the Prairie Flamingos. 3 outs would see them leave here victorious. No change will be implemented to anything going forward. The games today in the KCL, no impact on seeding. That's why you've seen so many position players take the hill, some making their first appearance of the summer. Bulls quickly working. Trey Schilling now. It's Luke Martin up to the bat. So many changes in this Blue Caps lineup today. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball runs in, nearly clips Martin. Plenty of guys new on the mound tonight, and the Blue Caps seem to be trying to get everybody an at-bat today as they ready for the playoffs starting tomorrow. Made 6 or 7 changes tonight. 2-0 home. Big swing and a miss at the fastball. Luke Martin.
The manager of the Blue Caps, it's something we've seen the entire season is making these substitutions. He likes to use his entire team, every player, either this guy Luke Martin standing in the batter's box and all the guys in the dugout right now has seen that field so far for the Blue Caps.
2-2 runs way high. It'll hit the backstop on the fly. Speaking of which, in the on-deck circle stands a pitcher for the Blue Caps. Chase Lockwood will hit for the catcher, Tice Beckman. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. You get the idea from the substitution. Chase Lockwood strides to the plate. Thrown 10 innings of work so far this summer. He's made just 2 plate appearances. In one of the 2, he singled. He'll dig into the left-hand batter's box. First offer from Bulls. Catches the outside half of the zone for a strike. And that tells you where Dave Lingle sees things. Trailing by 8 runs down to his final out. Pinch hits his catcher. 0-1. Clips the inside half of the zone for a strike. Home plate umpire appears to not mind going home early either. Both of those did not appear to be in the strike zone. 2 away, no one on base. Chase Lockwood represents the final hope for the Blue Caps. Bulls to the plate. Misses high. Beautiful night for baseball. Sun has completely left the sky here at the Corn Crib. 1-2. Breaking ball misses away. Count goes to 2-2. Avery Bulls had 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 6th inning as well, and hit Caleb Hornbrook with a breaking ball. 2-2 home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be the end of baseball here at the Corn Crib. 2 KCL games and a doubleheader as always. The final day of the KCL regular season.
It goes out in a bang. Both games so far, or not so far, ending this evening have been brilliant. A great season full of lots of great moments. And it's finally over. I mean, it's kind of sad. My first ever broadcast that I do, and the season, it's over.
You can hear our PA announcer enthusiastically announce Corn Belters victorious over the Lumber Kings, 10-4. And right here at the Corn Crib, Prairie Flamingos victorious over the Blue Caps. Final KCL standings, Bobcats finish in first place, Sloths in second, Flamingos in third, Blue Caps in fourth. Double elimination playoff bracket will begin tomorrow right here at the Corn Crib. So be sure to tune back into our YouTube channel for that one. For Alex Ferens and Taylor Hamler saying so long.